take a look at two of the most common terms in educational design: learning objectives and learning outcomes. Because they sound nearly identical, it is easy to mix them up. Many educators treat them as interchangeable buzzwords. To figure out what each term actually measures, we have to isolate them from one another. Let us establish a strict, clear boundary. Building a successful lesson requires you to divide your focus between two distinct perspectives: the intent of the instructor and the capability of the student. On the left, we have learning objectives. These describe exactly what the educator plans, teaches, and guides during a specific lesson. For example, a teacher might set a goal for their class to understand artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is the simulation of human cognitive processes by machines. The objective here is internal. The teacher is focusing on planting a complex idea directly into the minds of the audience. But a mental state is difficult to measure. You can't easily look at a student and see understanding from the outside. Because of that, holding knowledge is only the first step. That information has to cross over into physical application. An objective tells us where the lesson begins. It serves as the starting line of the educator's plan. That brings us to the right side of the board: learning outcomes. These are metrics focused entirely on what a student can physically or cognitively do after the instruction is over. Look at our AI example again. Instead of a goal to simply understand the topic, an outcome requires the student to actively explain how AI algorithms dictate the media we see on our phones. The internal knowledge is now visible. The student is proving their comprehension by applying it to an everyday situation. Placing these two definitions side by side highlights the boundary between instructional input and student output. Objectives map to the teaching process. Outcomes map to the concrete results. To know if an educational strategy worked, you have to look past the input on the left and measure the output on the right. Think of a curriculum as a physical journey. You need a map and you need a destination. The objectives are the path you chart out. They ensure your instruction stays focused and keeps the class moving in the right direction. The outcomes are the coordinates you reach at the very end. They prove the trip was successful and that real learning occurred. Maintaining this distinction between the roadmap and the destination adds precision to the design of a curriculum. It forces an instructor to be intentional about what they are trying to achieve. When you build courses with clear destinations, the educational experience becomes meaningful, measurable, and effective. The true measure of a lesson is found in the specific, measurable actions a student performs once the instruction concludes.